Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Saturday, July 6th, and the moon is in Cancer. The moon starts the day in Cancer. We had a new moon in Cancer yesterday. If you're interested in knowing more about that new moon, you can check out Moon Shadows on my channel. Each month for the new moon, I get together with Ona from Ona's Tarot on my channel. We talk about the new moon, the aspects, the feelings, the sensations, what crystals we might use for a new moon altar. It's always a great time. And then on the full moons, which is Moonshine on Ona's channel, that happens at every full moon. And so you can check that out. onastarot.com. Ona's Tarot on Facebook, .com. What am I talking about? Anyway, is that a little bird jumping around? Oh my God, he's so cute. Anyway, or is it a bunny? I can't tell. I think it's a little bird. Okay. Getting distracted already. This is a bad sign. So the moon in Cancer makes us highly sensitive. There was an early morning square between the moon and Chiron. And of course, Chiron is the archetype of the wounded healer. And so when Chiron is, around and being activated, our wounds do come up, as do opportunity to heal those wounds. And Venus's relationship, and so we have some fraught relationships and some challenges with that. But we do have aspects coming up to Venus from the transpersonal planets, namely Neptune. We'll have a trine to Neptune, and we'll have a sextile to Uranus, which are helpful to help us sort of bring in some of that compassion and new ideas on how to deal with the situation we find ourselves in. And then ultimately it will oppose Pluto, but that's going to happen when it goes into Leo, which is later in the month. But it is a time for us to relate in a new way. And today we get maybe a few clues in where the healing needs to happen when it comes to how we relate to one another. And how, we relate to ourselves, because we generally relate to ourselves, others, or others relate to us in the way we're expressing ourselves. If we think that, we're worthy and we're good and all those sort of judging of the self, but in a positive and appreciative manner. What you appreciate grows. What you don't appreciate tends to go away. And so it's important for us to do that for ourselves, and that will be reflected in our relationships. And of course, with the moon in Cancer and Venus in Cancer, it's a very sensitive time. We're feeling very sensitive, and we just came out of a really difficult week here in the U.S. and probably all over the world, honestly, because doesn't matter what country you live in. Although I have to say, Labour did win in Britain. Finally, they're out from under the insanity of the Tories, of their conservative wing, as it were, having gone through utter hell with Brexit and the like. But and now here we are in the U.S. under the thumb of these crazy ass originalists. Our Supreme Court completely captured by billionaires and religious zealots makes for a stressful day. But it's all an uncovering of what people have been up to. And in that uncovering, in that apocalypse, we get to see what things really are. And if you don't know there's a problem, you can't fix it. And so more and more people are becoming aware, and the more people that are aware, the more likelihood that we can resolve the issues. And we will have, as I said, our opportunities the moon does shift into Leo, and we're going to start to feel a little bit more optimistic. Leo is a sunny moon, and it's a self-expressive moon, and it's not going to hold back. When the moon's in Cancer, we tend to keep our feelings to ourselves until we actually know what we're feeling. And then as the moon moves into Leo, you're going to hear it. So be ready on that one, including yourself. You'll be able to feel like you can more freely express the experiences that you've gone through over the last week or so. So, and of course, we had the new moon yesterday. So a lot of seeds being planted. And of course, in Cancer, it is about safety, security, nurturance, women, children, life. And those Cancer countries out there, two of them at the top of, that I can think of as Cancer countries, Canada and the U.S. I think Mexico might also be a Cancer country, but I'm not sure. New beginnings for all of us. All right, guys, take care. Have yourself a great morning. I will see you again tomorrow. I will have the astrology of the week ahead coming out later today if you want to keep your eyeballs peeled for that. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Namaste.